Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Thursday to you. It's time to get to work, all right? Hopefully and surely you've been practicing 15-20 minutes a day every single day, except for Sunday. And today we're going to move right into another important part of the game of basketball. So one of the most important parts of the game of basketball is rebounding, okay? A lot of times people work on offense and defense and ball handling and shooting. Just as important, and in my opinion, in some ways more important, is rebounding. You know what? I challenge you to look at different teams, and I've done this my whole life with these boys and my daughter, that we would look and we would try to figure out which team would win. And 90% of the time, the team that has the most rebounds is who wins the game. Not the team who shoots the most, or not the team that can dribble the best, but the team that can rebound the most. 90% of the time will be the team that wins the game. So rebounding is such a critical part of the game. And what I love about rebounding is you don't have to be the most skilled player to be a great rebounder. The best rebounders are people who have the biggest heart. The best rebounders are the young women or the men that work the hardest and it means the most. Something I'm very proud of and I would love to see out of you is for Daniel here. Daniel played, and for the last 2 years at Midland Christian varsity, he led his team in rebounding for 2 years in a row. My daughter, who went on and played 4 years of college basketball, she went to Midland High for her junior and senior year for 2 years in a row. She led her team in rebounding at Midland High, and both of those teams were district champs. Both of those teams went far into state playoffs, and I believe it's because they had people on their team whose passion was rebounding. So rebounding is so important. It's 80% effort, 20% skill. So let's move right into some rebounding drills. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some wall jumps. So the boys are going to demonstrate that they're just going to do wall jumps. Wall jumps are simple. All you do is you put your hands up, and then as you're going there, you want to find a spot about 5 inches above your tips of your fingers, and then you go and you try to touch that spot. So I want you to do 20 of those to get started. So boys, demonstrate wall jumps. Pretty simple. That's a wall jump. All right? Next thing we're going to do is I want to incorporate, so that's to get your legs warmed up. That's to get your mind thinking about what you're about to be doing here. Okay? Next thing you're going to do is, just as important as the rebound is what you do right before you rebound. And what do you do right before you rebound, boys?
Block out.
You got to block out. Okay? Some people say box out. But block out or box out, you've got to be thinking of that. So, after you've done 20 wall jumps, what I want you to do now is I want you to do 20 more, but I want you to block out first. They'll demonstrate how to block out. And this is more of a mental exercise because it's hard to do blocking out when you don't have a full team around you or teammates to work on drills. So here, this is a mental exercise of blocking out and then exploding for a rebound. So show them what that should look like, boys. So you can see they're blocking out and then exploding to the same spot on a wall jump. And we'll do that for 20 times. Okay? Alright, so we're done with that. Make sure you're doing these 20 wall jumps, 20 blocking out, and wall jumps. Okay? So now that we're going to incorporate getting the basketball in our hands. So boys, pick up your basketball. And pretty simple. Now you've got a ball in your hand. All I want them to do now is now they're going to do wall jumps with a ball in their hand, but they're not gonna throw it up there. To demonstrate what you're gonna do 20 times over. Right here, boys. So you can see Daniel is going up, up, and up. They're keeping the ball above their head. Luke started to chin it because that's natural for him to want to come down and chin it. But I want you to do 20 where the ball is just above your head the whole time. After you've done 20 of those, then I want you to go and I want you to do a wall jump where you go up and you put the ball up and then you chin it 20 times. Okay, chinning, a lot of times people get a rebound and they'll bring it down to here. And that's not right. That's wrong. So don't do it. So when you get a rebound up high, you come and you chin it. It's called the chin because the ball is right there, right beside your chin. Okay, you've got strong hands and you chin it. So boys, show them rebounding with a good strong chin. Point and then chinning the ball. Okay? Alright. So the next thing that you want to be doing, remember, don't just do these 2 or 3 times like we're doing. You need to be doing them 20 times, and then you need to be doing them for 15, 20 minutes a day, okay? For the next 3 days. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to incorporate some of those things that we just worked on, but we're going to throw the ball up high, and we're going to explode. And you can do this on a wall, or you can do it on a backboard. Some of you may have a goal in your driveway or something like that, so you can do it on a backboard. Or if you have a house, you can even do it throwing it up on top of the roof. And these boys spend hours doing that, throwing it up on our roof, going up, getting it, chinning it, and being ready for that. Okay, so Luke's going to stay on the wall so that you can see, and Daniel's going to use this backboard. But all I want you to do here is I want you to throw it up, and I want you to explode, catch it at its highest point, and bring it down and chin it. So boys, demonstrate that. Good. So you can see they're not catching it at their face. They're not catching it down at their waist. They're catching it at its highest point, and then they're chinning it. Okay? You want to do that over and over. You can do that 100 times a day. Okay? And that'll get it to where you're a great rebounder. Last part of this drill that we're going to do, and we're going to move to our devotional. I want them to do this again. They're going to throw it up, catch it at its highest point, a good hard chin, and then they're going to pivot. And then they're going to pivot back and then do the drill again. Okay? So everybody show that's throwing it up, chinning it, and then pivoting. Chin it, then pivot. Here we go. Good. Good hard chin, over-exaggerated. Good hard pivot. Good. Good. All right, so you'll see that every single time when they get rebounds, they're going up, chin it, pivot. They're not traveling with the ball, and they have a good pivot. If you'll do these drills 15 to 20 minutes every single day, it'll get you more prepared for this season so that you will be a great rebounder whenever it's time to be there with your team, and you can lead your team in rebounding. Okay? So there's our drills for the day, or for the next 3 days. Now then, let's move into our devotional. Let me get my devotional book. And our devotional today is about showing courage. Okay? We talked about on rebounding, you got to have a big heart. You got to work harder than everybody else. Well, today's devotional is about showing courage. Okay? And where we're reading out of is Deuteronomy 31:6. I love this verse. It says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not panic. For the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you." So, sometimes the scariest thing is feeling like you're alone. But take courage from this verse, because you know what? You are not alone. God promised to stick close to you. Even better, He says that He'll go before you. So you know, whatever happens, He knew about it first. So courage can come from the absolute certainty that God is always with you, and nothing surprises Him. He knows what's going to happen before it even happens. So we can have courage that God knows where we are and that He's going to take care of us. So make sure you're doing your drills. Make sure that you're reading your word every day and you're talking with Him. We'll see you guys on Monday.